Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NXT The Game Season 1, Episode 27. Let's get straight into the action. Tom Phillips, Nigel McGuinness, and Steve Corino welcome us to NXT. Tom Phillips says that tonight on NXT we're going to have one hell of a show. The camera stands on them for a second as we fade to ringside. And in the ring, Andrade Cien Almas is in the ring. Andrade Cien Almas is in the ring, and he says that last week on NXT he defeated Ty Dillinger after issuing an open challenge. He says again he's making an open challenge, so whoever wants some, come get some. Alright. And in a decent match, Andrade Cien Almas defeats Cassius Ohno in 11 minutes with a surprise cradle. Arrogantly having picked up the victory over Cassius Ohno, Andrade Cien Almas, the party animal, boasts a very, very interesting new dance routine, if you will. And he ends the segment staring down at Cassius Ohno after having defeated him via quick roll-up. So while Cassius is not getting, suited to his gimmick very well, Andrade Cien Almas and his party animal gimmick is improving. Eric Young is shown sitting backstage getting ready. He'll be taking on Bobby Roode in the main event tonight here on NXT. Bobby Roode, speaking of him, is backstage. Roode says into the camera that come NXT TakeOver in your house, hashtag that's the new name, not only is he going to get back his NXT Championship, he's going to show the entire NXT universe, starting with Drew McIntyre, why he was brought into NXT to be the guy. He says that the Glorious One is primed and ready to get back his NXT Championship, and in 4 weeks, the reset button on NXT is going to be pushed, and Bobby Roode will be NXT Champion once again. And in the next match, and about that a decent wrestling, Ember Moon defeats Billie Kay for the second week in a row with a top rope stunner. Ember Moon gets the victory over Peyton Royce again. After having defeated Billie Kay yet again, Ember Moon is shown looking at Peyton Royce at ringside, motioning that she wants a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. Peyton Royce is seen holding on to her championship, looking very anxious about said championship. So Ember Moon, having defeated Peyton Royce and Billie Kay in the tag team match last week, gets the victory over Billie Kay today, and probably is in line for an NXT Championship shot at NXT TakeOver in your house. Alright, we see William Regal knocking on the door of Triple H. As he opens it, we see Triple H and Tino Sabbatelli, who we haven't seen in a while. The door then closes. Triple H, as we recall, was pushing hard for William Regal to book Tino Sabbatelli, in which William Regal didn't think he was ready. Well, it looks like Triple H is trying to put his handprint on Tino Sabbatelli getting a match again. Next, Bobby Roode is showed walking down a backstage hallway on his way to the ring. The main event's coming up next. But first, we're reminded that next week on NXT, it's going to be Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano DIY taking on TM61, Nick Miller, and Shane Thorne, with the winner getting a match against the Authors of Pain at NXT TakeOver in your house for the NXT Tag Team Championships. And in the main event, Bobby Roode defeats Eric Young in 20 minutes with a great match with the payoff. After the match, Bobby Roode starts screaming at Drew McIntyre, who was on commentary, and Drew McIntyre begins walking down the ramp and towards the ring. Bobby Roode meets him halfway, and the two begin screaming at one another as Drew McIntyre looks hard at his NXT Championship, raises it in the face of Bobby Roode, and that's our closing shot on NXT this week. The battle towards Bobby Roode and Drew McIntyre, our biggest one-on-one single match here in 27 episodes and here in NXT, is just a couple weeks away, folks. 65 rating. This increased our popularity in 44 regions. This was NXT The Game Season 1, Episode 27. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back in a couple days with another episode. Have a great night.